Today, we're going back in time. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a new breathtaking adventure. This time, our journey will start in 1926 on January the 24th in California. It also starts in a Japanese family of 9, 2 parents and 7 children. Today, we will accompany the 4th born of the Asawa family, Ruth. Ruth Asawa was raised in the US due to her family emigrating there. However, not everything was so great in America for those of an external origin. Her parents were farmers and came from Japan hoping for a better life. The prejudice towards Japanese people in the US was intense though, so it wasn't elementary to achieve a better quality of life. Ruth herself was a very energetic, kind, hard-working child. In her early years, when Ruth was just 8, she started by attending Japanese calligraphy classes and was quite successful. The 1940s were challenging for those who faced racism and discrimination based on origin. In 1941, during World War II, many people of Japanese ancestry were detained, and that affected Asawa. When she turned 16, she was put into an internment camp with the whole family. This horrible act was based on the awful culture of racism, and people were locked away based on their origin and heritage. It didn't matter to anyone that the people in the concentration camps were US citizens. Ruth always had a spark in her. This madness and cruelty did not break her, it only awoke something in her. It inspired Ruth and put her on a path she followed for the rest of her life. The camp circumstances that people were put in were awful and unfair. However, the community and the people put in them were incredible, and they did their very best to make the space at least a little bit more bearable. One of the things they had done was set up teaching for the students. In this community, in the Santa Anita camp, Ruth had her first ever encounter with professional artists, several Japanese American animators for Disney. This was the start of her official art training. People were forced together into a community, but they started to create something beautiful against the dehumanizing experience. Ruth listened to many motivational speeches from her teachers at the time. She did not agree with every word, yet she did find those speeches helpful and hopeful. She believed art could change her life, and she wasn't wrong. After these horrible events took an end, Asawa enrolled at Milwaukee State Teachers College, Wisconsin. It was time for Ruth to get a degree. It was all going okay. She attended a nice college, had good marks, and has expanded her art knowledge and vision quite a lot at this stage. She was very enthusiastic about becoming a teacher. She wanted to receive an education that would give her such a possibility, but she faced discrimination and invalidation of human rights again. When she tried to complete her degree, she just couldn't. She was officially told not to teach, since the environment would be unsafe and aggressive towards her. She was incredibly frustrated, and the anger again built up in her, powering her to change something in the world. She applied to another college, Black Mountain, and overcame many things to make a difference. She got admitted for the 6-week summer course and finally became one of the first diverse students. She got on exceptionally well. Ruth understood the essence of the educational facility. She truly spiritually connected with nature and channeled it into her art. The school was incredibly modern and accepting of everyone. It had great professors such as Buckminster Fuller and Joseph Albers, as well as Weaver Trude Germonprez. The students had to work outside sometimes and grow food for themselves. Fun fact, Ruth was fantastic at controlling and driving a tractor. Time went by, and life got challenging for Ruth again. She did not have any more money to pay off the fees, and also had to come back to the farm to help her parents. The course she paid for ended, but fate was pleasant to Asawa's future this time. Ruth got a letter from the college saying they would love her back and for one of the best professors to become her mentor. She still had to pay some fees, but it wasn't as bad now. After graduating, Ruth continued following her passion. However, she didn't only dedicate herself to her career in art, but Ruth also met her future husband. In 1949, she married architect Albert Lanier, creating a happy family with 6 kids. Of course, life was challenging once again. It was never easy for Ruth, but at least she was happy, and the things that happened made her the individual she was. Her art is now displayed in many places. It's primarily hardwired statues that remind you of various nature-produced shapes. Ruth's works vary from the smallest pieces to the ones that are bigger than the artist herself.